giving up you, giving up you. I'm giving up you. I'm sorry, babe. So sorry, babe. I'm giving up you.
Hi, this is Dave Specter, and welcome to another episode of the Space Artist Interview Series. And I'm very excited to welcome Shemekia Copeland this evening.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Great to have you here. Welcome back to Space.
It's good to be back. We're having a great time.
Cool, yeah. I heard last night was amazing.
So a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think this is, your fourth time back here?
Probably number
Around
4.
there.
Yeah.
We were talking earlier in the club about, playing in Chicago and what Chicago audiences are like, because I know you're on the road a lot, and I know you've lived here now for over 10 years?
Over 10 years I've been in Chicago.
Yeah.
It's
So
great.
can you talk about the vibe you get from Chicago audiences?
They're well educated. I mean, everybody, they know the music, and they know
Yeah.
it very well. So, you can't pull the wool over the eyes of a Chicago, and you got to be the real deal, and I
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you definitely notice a difference if you're coming off like a West Coast tour, or
Oh,
nothing against
yeah.
the West Coast.
Oh, no.
But
We're not saying anything against anybody else, but Chicago is a great city.
Yeah.
Great people, people who love music and support it, and that's huge. It's
Yeah.
really huge. And
Right.
XRT does a great job of educating the people about the music too,
Yeah.
and I love them for that.
Yeah.
So not everybody, not every town has a station like them.
Right, a commercial radio station that
Yeah.
actually plays blues, on a
Exactly.
fairly regular basis.
Exactly.
I read a great quote by you that I wanted to kind of expand on, and you were asked about, I think, maybe the fact that you respect the traditional blues, but you're more of a modern contemporary musician, and you said that you're willing to bend it, but you don't want to break it.
Exactly.
I like that.
Exactly, because everything that I sing, anything that comes out of me is blues. So I could put a country twang on it, or funk it up, or
Right.
rock it up. It's still blues, because
Right.
I am a blues singer. It's in my pedigree.
Yeah.
So I can't help it. It all
Sure.
comes out that way.
Yeah, that's what the
But
roots are.
yeah, but this music is so great, and I'm a blues singer, and I'm proud to call myself that.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like it limits me in any kind of way, So I can do all kinds of things.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
really enjoy the fact that there's social and political, meaningful commentary on your albums with your songs.
Yeah.
It's not, just kind of the standard warhorse blues covers, and your originals really have something to say that speak to today.
Exactly, and I think that's how you make, music contemporary in general. It's just talking about what's going on now.
Right.
And that's what I'm doing, and that's what I try to do. And I love that.
Are there any specific artists that inspired you in that direction?
I think that I listen to all kinds of music, and I think that I do pay attention to the way things were done in the past. I think years ago, like when Dylan was writing and Joni Mitchell were writing, they were writing songs very political. I mean, there was so much, everything was all about that, and it was great. I mean, even Sam Cooke,
Sure.
wrote political type songs. So I think and I think that we live in a world where things are getting dumbed down a lot to suit America.
Yeah.
It's like, people don't really, they just want to bounce their head to the beat. They don't really care about what the music is. Everybody just wants to dance and party. They don't really want to hear the commentary. And I want to change that. I want people to always be listening to songs and music, and have something to say.
Great artists are provocative, and they make people think.
And uncomfortable sometimes.
Exactly.
They make them uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I have songs that I want to make people a little cringe
Right.
a little bit,
Yeah.
and make them think.
The first time I heard about you was through your dad, of course, the great Johnny Clyde Copeland, great blues guitar player and singer. I had the honor of opening for him once at Buddy Guy's back in the mid-'90s.
Yeah.
He was a great guy. And, you know, we got to speak after the show. And I mean, I know you were singing with him at a very young age. And I imagine you got to meet an amazing amount and variety of great artists through him.
I did.
Yeah.
And you know, actually, when he was out there and he was on the road, I got to meet people, but I met more after he passed, because when he passed away, it was like everybody just kind of took me under their wing, you know, and wanted to be supportive and helpful because, you know, my father had passed, and that's when I went out on the road with pretty much everybody in the business.
Really?
You know, I was out on the road. I went out on the road with BB, Buddy, Dr. John, Robert Cray, you know, all these guys, and
Wow.
they just, you know, were all real good to me.
I imagine you learned some pretty important lessons from your dad,
Oh yeah.
and probably got some you know, pretty meaningful advice about the music business.
Absolutely. I mean, I had a great dad. You know, I think your foundation has everything to do with how you handle yourself in business and the road and all that, especially being a female out here on the road. My parents gave me a real solid foundation.
Yeah.
So along with all the good people I ran into, I came out here already pretty darn solid because of my parents.
Yeah.
You know, of course he gave me advice about the road and everything, but I think mainly he taught me just how to be a smart person and use your, how to be a good person and to use your common sense.
Yeah.
And that's huge, you know, so.
That's great. I wanted to talk about some of the cool collaborations you've done, including your songwriting, the writing of songs, because the Wood Brothers play here quite a bit.
Oh
They're
my God, I
favorites
saw
of
them
ours.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh
And-
God, I
and I
love
know-
them so much too.
And you write with Oliver?
Yeah, Oliver produced my last 2 albums, and I just love working with him.
Yeah.
I mean, if I wasn't always trying to be creative and think of new, interesting, different things to do, I would never do a record without him. I would just keep on working with him forever, because we just made some great art together. It's just amazing. He's so talented, him and Chris. And, you know, I just absolutely love, I can't say enough about him.
And another collaboration that I wanted to ask you about is working with Dr. John, you mentioned earlier.
To me, working with him was like the closest experience that it would have been working with my father. You know, if my dad would produce me, it would have felt similar, you know, because Mac is just, I was just in New Orleans with him a couple weeks ago.
Because you're on his new record, right?
Yeah, he's got a new album coming out, and I'm singing a song with him on it.
Wow.
And I was just with him, and you know, it just felt so good again to be there with him. It's so natural. So I would love to work with him again on something, because that was a long time ago when he produced my record. That was probably 2004 or something like that. So it's about time for us to do something else together.
Wow, that's got to be a trip, having the night tripper produce your album.
I know. He's my Uncle Mac.
Yeah.
You know, like, I get in a room with him and it's like, he's my Uncle Mac.
Really?
Yeah. So I love him.
I wanted to ask you, you know, back in your earlier Chicago days, did you get to know Koko Taylor pretty well?
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there's not a night that goes by that I don't talk about her on stage, because she was incredibly kind to me, even before she ever heard me sing a note. You know, she was just kind. And over the years, we became very close. I mean, she would call and check on me and see how I'm doing, but our conversations were limited. She wanted to speak to my mother, because she knew my mom would know the real deal. So she was like, hey baby, how you doing? And I'm like, I'm okay, everything is all right. She was like, okay, let me talk to your mama.
Could you give our viewers kind of maybe some of your Desert Island discs, or maybe some of the stuff you're listening to now?
I am so obsessed with Ali Fakaturi.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, I don't even know. And you know, I have been for months. obsessed with his, the music, all kinds of music from Mali.
Yeah.
There's another young woman who's new. She's also from Mali. Her name is Rokia Traore. She's so great, beautiful voice.
Cool.
So I don't know. I'm obsessed with world music right now. I don't even know. It's just doing something to me.
Yeah.
So I think I want to do an album with those types of influences at some point.
Yeah, that's
I don't know
cool.
when that's going to happen, but
Yeah.
that's what I'm into right now.
All right. Well, have a great set, and thanks again.
Thank you.
All right.
He won't take me back when I come around. Says he's sorry and he puts me out. I got a big chain around my neck and I'm broken down like a train wreck. Well, it's over. I know it, but I can't let go. It's over. I know it, but I can't let go. It's over. I know it, but I can't let go.